everywhere in the world today. Bob Marley is the symbol of freedom.
Why would anybody want to hurt Bob?
Jamaica was a checkerboard of war zones, loyal to one party or the other.
There was tremendous fear in the United States that Jamaica was going to become the next Cuba.
The political war going on pushed Bob to become the political force we know today as Bob Marley.
We do not defend Marxism nor capitalism. We are strictly Rasta.
He was changing people's hearts and minds with music, and that was why Bob was such a threat.
Bob knew that he was setting himself up as a target, but he was going to risk his own life to unite the people.
Peace was way too dangerous for the politicians.
In the shooting of Bob, it's very difficult to separate fact from fiction. Everybody had a theory.
One party in Jamaica or that party in Jamaica.
We knew that CIA was watching.
But you know who did it?
Yeah.
Pop looked at me and said, "There's no way I'm going on stage without a machine gun."
If a directive was given, did it come from the highest level?
Why do you think there is a need for women in space?
Well, it's the same thing as is there a need for men in space? And if we're going to send a human being into space, we should send the one most qualified.
The space race, that was a huge event.
The Russians were ahead of us. The United States needed to catch up.
They called and said, "Do you want to be an astronaut?" I said, "Absolutely."
This was a secret program.
If we had failed, then women wouldn't continue to fly.
I was raring to go. That's when NASA got wind of it.
They did not want this program, pure and simple.
There was, at that time, a lot of prejudice. Women astronauts. What a ridiculous idea.
It was a good old boy network, and there was no such thing as a good old girl network. I want to be up there. That's part of me.
I was going to keep on fighting.
Let's make noise.
T-3.
I would have liked to have walked on the moon.
2.
I could have walked on it. I could have kicked it out. I could have made dust.
1.
Because I know the guys did.
0.
I could have done anything they did.
We started people thinking that, yes, women can do this. Someone has to start the fight to change the opinion. Someone has to lead the way.
Have you ever had any surgeries?
I had a medical device that broke, leaving fragments everywhere, which set off a connective tissue disorder that started deteriorating my joints.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's like... Medical devices are everywhere.
It's pretty amazing. Tongue depressors.
Prosthetic limbs.
Implants. Pacemakers.
Because it's everywhere, we have to be careful.
There's this hunger to have the newest technology. New equates to unproven.
I thought it was simple, and it all made sense.
It costs $25 to bring to market, and they sell for $2,000 a pop.
It's a very profitable part of the healthcare system.
Companies' new products may not be safer than other products in the market, but they will promote them to drive up their profits.
What they did was willfully ignore the risks that they were putting these people to without telling them.
After my operation, I started having health issues.
Back pain, it was debilitating. I could barely walk.
I was going blind. I was seeing stars.
It changed the full direction of my life.
How can you clear something that's been shown to be dangerous?
It's gotten worse over time because of greed. Welcome to the business.
My mom can't keep a job because she has to go to the doctors a lot.
They said I shouldn't feel anything, that the pain was in my head. I was thinking, what's going to happen to my kids if I don't wake up?
People think pharma's got power. No, 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 no. The device industry has much more power.
The medical device industry has incredible levels of influence in Washington, D.C.
We have more power in this room than most governments around the world.
We can no longer rely on the medical device companies to do what's in the best interest of the patient.
They don't really care if it's harming people.
This is big business.
People are getting injured. We got to fix something.
I have nightmares all the time. He never leaves me.
The only good thing is knowing I'm not alone.
Do you have malpractice?
We won't stop. I don't know how anyone could let this happen. This has to come to an end.
This road
It's a constant reminder that the war is not over. But the most amazing thing about this road, it's where it leads us every day.
Mie sikukuwa najua vita. Sasa tulianjaka sikia viola, tukukuwa najua viola njo nini.
The powerful countries of the world, they are funding militias. The militias use rape as a weapon of war.
Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of women raped and tortured.
All the survivors, what do you think they do? They leave. So we ask all these women what they need.
Kwenye hakuna basoda, kwenye hakuna make tukwe na amani.
That's how City of Joy started.
Sasa nilikuya msite de la joie. Mie sikukuwaka na furaha.
The magnitude of the stories were beyond anything I'd ever heard in my life.
Sasa nilikuya msite de la joie. Enyeko muli. Iko na hadisi yake.
La vision de la Cité de la Joie est de révolutionner la mentalité des femmes.
Each one of you is going to take center stage with your voice, with yourself.
Ça tout a transformé, il est maté sur yenoti mulipata mu pouvoir bandugu.
Nilishajisikia na mie kumbi niko mutu.
Nilikuwa na boga sana tangia leo, boge naisha.
I told my story, you can tell your story. There's a life after all we survived.